Hi everyone, it's Brittany from Green Bee Flowers in Strathroy, Ontario, Canada. We are growing in Zone 6A, Canadian Zone 6A, because there is a difference. Today I wanted to share with you all of the things that have been happening on the farm this week. Now, we have had a week. we got a couple, like I'm gonna say three, maybe 4 inches of snow over Easter weekend. So Saturday was beautiful. We were incredibly busy in the studio because, as you know, we offer both flower farm and full service floral studio. So Easter weekend we were crazy busy. And Sunday the temperature dropped and we got so much snow again over the weekend. Now, the good news is that everything survived. So the ranunculus survived, the anemones survived, the feverfew looks great, our tulips look wonderful, but it did definitely kind of delay us again, which seems to be the theme of the season. So there has been so much that we did actually finally manage to get done after some personal setbacks, some weather setbacks, because on top of the snow, we also had a crazy amount of rain this week. And then just some other things that have been happening. So things that did get done. One, we have almost finished packaging dahlia tuber orders to get all of those out shipped to all of our customers. So yay, one big task done. The second thing is we managed to get 6 trays of Snapdragons planted in the soil today, actually. This morning started out pretty miserable. We had some crappy, we had a lot of rain the last 2 days. So the ground was extremely wet this morning. We didn't actually think that we would get anything out. However, we got further into the morning, things started to clear up and we just decided, you know what, we're gonna do it. We're gonna just plow forward. We're gonna get those Snapdragons in the ground, and we did manage to do it. Now, the challenge, of course, that we are still dealing with at the Green Door Gardens plot is deer, but also now we have chickens that have escaped the coop. So we did end up covering our Snapdragons with the fencing, the wire fencing that we had originally covered the tulips with to keep the deer out. We have moved those over to our Snapdragons so that at least for the next week or so, while they acclimate and kind of get used to their new home, we can hopefully keep the chickens out of our freshly planted Snapdragons. Now, we have some really cool Snapdragons planted. So this year, for the first time, we are bringing in the Costa series from Johnny's Seeds. We've never done that before. So we have the Costa Apricot, the Costa Silver, and then we also brought in the Costa mixed varieties as well. So that's just the mixed blend of seeds. We planted the Potomac series. So we have Potomac Royal, Potomac Dark Pink, Potomac Lavender, Potomac White, and I feel like, oh, Potomac Pink Orange as well, which are going in. So a nice variety of Snapdragons. Those took up 3 30-foot rows today, getting them in, but we did manage to get all those Snapdragons planted. And the other really exciting thing that happened is we harvested our first flowers of the 2022 season, and it is not what I thought they would be a couple videos back. And I, of course, was debating whether our first cut of the season would be the anemone fuego. The anemone. We also looked at the hyacinths that are growing as well. And as it turns out, neither one of those were our first dig and first cut of the season. If you follow us on social medias, on Instagram, you know that we harvested our very first tulips this week. So I do have some footage of that as well. So we are out in the tulip patch right now, and I'm very excited because our very first tulips of the season are ready. It is April the 20th today, which I believe is earlier than last year for tulips. and the rest of them are looking great. So we are so excited because we are going to have tulips for Mother's Day. So these tulips here are Red Emperor tulips. Some of these you can see were like eaten, right, by the deer. The tops off of some of these have definitely been eaten, but a lot of these are really beautiful, and they are ready to come out. So with tulips, when you harvest your tulips, you want to make sure that you are harvesting them with the bulb attached. This is actually going to allow you to continue keeping them in the fridge for a longer period of time. You can keep them like out of water in the cooler. You lay them flat in crates kind of like this, and they can stay in there for 1 to 2 weeks. When you're ready to use them, you cut them off from the bulb and then rehydrate them in cool water, leaving them in the fridge usually for about 24 hours. So here we go. Obviously these first couple tulips aren't looking great, so we're gonna just yank those out because those got eaten. But this is the stage I want them at, where they're just starting to pop out. The buds are just starting to color up. And these Red Emperors are gonna get really big, really tall for our customers. Now, one of the things that I find very interesting about our farms is even though they are about a 6-minute block drive apart, they are very different microclimates. So whereas the Green Door Gardens plot is a little bit more enclosed, so it does tend to warm faster, and so we are able to get some of the plants out into that plot quicker. The Old Drive plot, on the other hand, being field, means that we do delay planting there and kind of focus more of our planting efforts on the tender annuals, so things like zinnias and sunflowers and celosia, scabiosa, some of the ones that are like cut and done, go there, gladiolas, things like that. However, next week we are going to be putting out delphinium, larkspur, and foxglove out into that field because we are starting to see temperatures finally, which are much more consistent with what we would be expecting, and we need to get some of those hardy biennials in the ground. So that is part of next week's job, and I'm hoping to be able to do a video on that as well. So all that to say, thank you for being here today. We hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, any comments, by all means, drop your comment down below. Please hit that like button on the video if you enjoyed it. And of course, if you would like to follow our journey, we would love if you would hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.